And we're charmed and dangerous.
You know, because we are charmed.
And we're dangerous, especially during mother Scorpio season.
Ow! This Scorpio is too hot to touch, too hot to hit.
If it's your first time here, yes, I am a Scorpio. Welcome, fellow Scorpios. Welcome anyone who wants to date a Scorpio.
Yes.
Thank you for coming
So
to
many
the
of them
dark
out
side.
there.
I hope you like it very, very, very much.
Yes. Even if they don't like it, they like it. You know what I mean?
Love
Anyone who's
and
dated a
hate
Scorpio
is
also
very,
knows.
very similar.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. Either way, you're interested. That's why you clicked on this video.
Yes.
So welcome. So if you couldn't tell from the title already, today's video is the start of a whole new series on this channel. We are doing our how to date insert zodiac sign, and since it is Scorpio season, my season, we are starting off with Scorpio. But before we get into the video and all of our reasons why we love Scorpios and why we think you should date one and how to date one, we would love it if you guys would subscribe down below. Your girls over here, your besties. We cover anything that has to do with astrology, anything that has to do with girl code, anything that has to do with F-boys, real life situations that we go through as people and how we deal with it and tips to get through it. If you with any of that, subscribe. And now on to the video. Okay, Miss Maya. Let us know, how can someone date a Scorpio? Give us your top tips.
Yes, my number one tip is to be straight with the Scorpio, okay? In my experience, they really don't like this wishy-washy attitude, you know, or somebody trying to play both sides. And like generally one of their least favorite words is maybe. Like they don't want to hear maybe, you know what I mean? They want to know that you've made a decision, your decision is them because their decision is you. You know what I mean? A Scorpio is going to be all about you, so they're not really like fucking with you if you're not going to be all about them as well. You know what I mean? And I feel like they also then need someone who they feel they can trust. You know, because or someone who they feel is honest with them, because trust is huge for Scorpios. And if you're always going back and forth on something, that is like deemed as untrustworthy, you know what I mean, in their eyes. So
for sure, as a Scorpio, I can attest to that. We hate that halfway shit. Like, I personally don't do that halfway shit. I'm never on the fence. I'm literally running away from the fence. Like, I know where I stand. So nothing irritates me more than someone who doesn't know what they want, or they see it from both sides. I'm like, okay, like, okay. Like
that does nothing for me.
I don't like you then. No, like, I can't handle that, because usually we are so passionate about how we feel. So when someone is like a maybe, or like, you know, not really sure what to do, it irritates us, because sometimes they'll look at us like, well, you're doing too much. And it's like, no, you're not doing enough for me. So let me know when you have a definitive answer.
I feel like it can also kind of be a sign of weakness to a Scorpio if you can't make a decide. Like, they're not mad if you have an opposing opinion from them. They're just pissed that you can't make a fucking decision.
I just want you to be passionate about something.
Exactly.
Like anything. Give it to me, baby. Come on.
You know? And they especially don't like that with your feelings about them. You know what I mean? Don't be like, oh, maybe we can hang out this day. Like, no. If you want to hang out with them, say, I'd like to hang out with you at this time right now, or say, not now.
And I'd like to just say, I feel like a lot of people have the wrong impression, and they think like they need to like play this game with Scorpios, because like they see how like attractive we are and magnetic we are, and they can be intimidated by our, you know, sexual energy and like our hotness. And I feel like sometimes they play that game thinking it's gonna entice us, when literally it's doing the exact opposite. So if you are interested in a Scorpio, don't think that you need to like play it cool or like be nonchalant. Like, we're literally not even gonna look at you twice if that's the game you're playing.
It's the
mystery doesn't work with us. We're the mystery.
They want to
exactly.
They need to know everything.
You to be the mystery, boo. I really don't. We're good. Just be straight up with me, and that's gonna make me be attracted to you as a Scorpio. Okay, so for my first point, if you want tips in terms of how to date a Scorpio, is to be an open book. I feel like every time you even think about making a narrative that isn't necessarily true about yourself, we know about it. You know what I mean? When we say like we actively fall for people's like best and darkest sides, like we really, really mean that. And like the thing is, we want to know all of you, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I feel like a lot of times when dating, people don't like to show their ugly or like the worst sides to them, which makes
they try
sense.
and hide them.
You want to put your best foot forward, you
yeah.
know what I mean? But like to us, that doesn't work for us, because when we fall in love with people, we fall in love with every part of them. I'm not falling in love with you when you're like doing your thing and like you are at your best. I'm falling in love with you when you're at your worst, and like that's just how we are. We love the truth, you know what I mean? And I feel like it doesn't work for us when people try and hide the truth.
Yeah.
And I understand some people just want to do it because they're scared, but we can tell that you're scared. And when you're scared or anxious, we feel that shit, and we already internalized that you're lying about something. So like before you even think about lying, we already knew that you were gonna lie. So basically, just be an open book, be honest, and your authenticity is gonna be so attractive to Scorpios, because that's how we are, you know what I mean? Like, we're private, but once you get us to open up, we're telling you really how we feel. And it can be ugly sometimes, but like we expect the same from our romantic partners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those ugly, honest conversations. They're called ugly, but it's like they're really not. They're beautiful because they show me who you are.
The root of the shit, you know what I mean? And like that's where the story is, you know what I mean? That's how you were made. What makes people interesting is the mess, is the ugly, is the evil, you know what I mean? Like, sure, anybody can be nice and can like you when you're nice, but to love you when you're at your worst and your darkest,
that's real love.
Fucking with you,
yeah,
that's real love. So like, yeah, why not be open and honest to that person who's saying, I'm here and I'm trying to listen to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like too, Scorpios, like they know when you're not telling your truth or like living your truth, you know what I mean? And that applies to them, you being an open book too. It's like it pisses them off when they see that you continuously lie to yourself about what's going on in your life as well, you know?
And a lot of times I feel like that's why our energy can be so intense for a lot of people, because it is like holding a mirror up to your face. And like, I should just say this at the beginning of this video, dating a Scorpio is not for the weak. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't think it's gonna be some la-di-da-di-da relationship
shit,
where you're having fun. Like, no, like we're gonna know you, honey. We're gonna know you, and like you're gonna know us. It might take a little longer for you to know us, but like I'm gonna learn about you. And every time you complain to a Scorpio, we're probably gonna be like, it's because of this. So like, what are you gonna do to fix it? We're not gonna be like, aw. Like, no, like, why? You've been complaining about this one thing for over like, what, a year, and you expect me to just sit here and not tell you how I feel about it? Like, get it together.
Right.
You know, so it's not for the weak.
It's true.
You're gonna change. Even if you don't end up with that Scorpio, I guarantee you every person that has had a Scorpio relationship, friendship, you are not the same person that you were when you first met that Scorpio, because we are the sign of transformation, and we do push people to be a better version of themselves.
100%.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's low vibrational Scorpios that don't do that, but generally when we're on our healing shit, we're pushing you to be the best version of you.
Yeah.
You know, that's that love.
I would still even say when
Phoenix.
they're even on their low vibrational shit, like it doesn't help you in a positive way, but it exposes things for you. At least it did for me, you know what I mean? Because I was with some unevolved Scorpios for sure, but there were still some things that in our relationship and how we talked that exposed different things to me about myself, you know what I mean? I learned more about myself when I got out of these relationships with Scorpios. And if you're not ready for that,
then don't
waste their time, because they're gonna hate you.
We're gonna hate you.
Don't do
also,
it.
We're gonna think you're a joke. Like,
They're not actually
really are. Because you're gonna like be playing on this narrative that you're some type of way, and then 2 minutes into the date, we're gonna look at you and be like, you're such a fucking liar.
Right, they're giving you no time of day.
Literally.
Like, okay.
Bye.
Okay, so my next tip on how to date a Scorpio is where to build an emotional connection with them first. Everyone knows, I feel like that Scorpios are really sexy, you know what I mean? And they like to have sex, you know what I mean? They're so mysterious. But I feel like the sex will come easy then, right? So spend the time getting to know your Scorpio on an intellectual, emotional, spiritual level, because that's what's gonna make your Scorpio hold on to you. You know what I mean? They love that deep shit. They wanna feel who you are, talk about that childhood trauma and stuff, you know? They want that deep connection. So build that emotional connection with them first before diving into sexual things, I would say, because that's gonna come easy. That'll come easy.
100%. I feel like emotional intelligence is very, very, very important to us. I feel like it should be important to everyone, but it's not. Clearly, it's not. That's not high on their priorities list.
Yeah.
Other signs when they're looking for a new relationship. For us, it very much is. And like, we love talking about our emotions when we're comfortable with you. Not for everybody, but when we're comfortable with you, we really want to talk to you about our emotions and like why we feel this way and like, how can I fix this? You know what I mean? Emotionally. And if our partner isn't like that, or if they're kind of, they shy away from sharing their emotions, it's gonna make us feel not safe in that relationship. Because every time we feel something really loudly or really boldly, we're gonna feel like we need to tone it down because our partner isn't emotionally aware of these things. You know what I mean? Like, it's very important for Scorpios to have partners that understand the importance of like expressing your emotions. And if you can't do that, or if you don't really like to talk about your feelings, like, don't be with the Scorpio. It's not for you.
Right.
It's really, really not.
Or be prepared to be challenged in that way because they need that. You know what I mean? Like, they really need that type of communication and energy from someone. So they're going to try and coax it out of you. And if you're not ready, then leave.
Yeah. Because I've been in plenty of relationships where I feel like friendships and like a couple of relationships, I guess, where I felt like I was doing a lot of the emotional work, obviously for myself and for the other person. I was telling them how they feel, and a lot of times when I went through my healing journey, I learned that like that probably made them feel some type of way that they couldn't even put into words what they were feeling, and I was telling them what they were feeling, and I know I was right because they would tell me I'm right, but they would get irritated with the fact that like I was telling them how they're feeling. I'm like, well, if you felt your feelings yourself, I wouldn't have to tell you.
Right.
So there needs to be a compatibility in terms of whether they're emotionally aware. You know, and if you are, maybe dating a Scorpio is for you. Okay, so for my next point as to how you can date a Scorpio would be to protect us. Protect Scorpios.
Love this.
I feel like everyone views Scorpios as headstrong and self-sufficient, which is very much true. We are, but we are very, very soft on the inside. Like, literally, like, I'm baby, you know? And like, we would absolutely never admit to this, and I'm doing the most by saying this online, and I feel like other Scorpios are gonna feel some type of way.
Scorpios, yeah.
But like, we can be very, very gentle and soft on the inside. And I feel like when a lover goes out of their way to like protect us and to even stand up for us without us having to ask, it makes us feel valued and safe. And you know, safety is everything to Scorpios because, you know, as children, we never felt safe. There was always like this dark cloud over our heads where we felt vulnerable, and like, this may be due to the Martian energy as well. Like, this is the difference between like Scorpio and Aries to me. Like, Aries, like, let's say we're talking about like protecting a castle, you know what I mean? Like, Aries will be fighting outside of that castle, making sure no one comes in. Like, us Scorpios, like, we'll be doing the mental work on the inside. Like, we don't want to be getting our hands dirty with that shit. So like, when someone protects us, it really makes us feel like we're thriving, and it makes us feel like we have good people in our corners. And we really have to trust you to allow you to protect us, because usually we think we can protect ourselves, which we can, but when our lover protects us, it's a whole different type of feeling. Because now I can kind of take a breath and sit back and not worry about always mentally being in this warfare of like trying to stand up for myself.
Right. It's special because I feel like Scorpios do know how to do that very easily. So they do love when somebody else can take that for them. You know what I mean? Wear that armor of like, I'm the warrior now. I'm gonna protect you. And I feel like, I mean, the Scorpios that I'm thinking of, like, at a young age, all of them kind of either lost some family member, you know what I mean? And they kind of had to take like a step up in their life. So I feel like, yeah, protecting that like inner child for them is really important and special and sacred.
It is.
And if they let you do that, it's even more special.
Exactly. Like, one of my biggest priorities in life is to protect my inner child. Like, everything I do for my inner child. And like, I really have to love you and trust you to know that you have the best intentions for me when you're trying to protect me. Because I've also had really shitty experiences with people that have swore to me that they're loyal to me and that have done me wrong. So if you want to date a Scorpio, they're gonna be looking out to see how you deal with them, and also how you stand up. We're watching you. We're watching you. We're gonna see how you stand up for us, and also we're gonna hear about it. when we weren't in the room. We're gonna hear about how you were standing up for us when we weren't in the room.
Right.
Don't worry about how. We'll know.
They always know. Where'd they get all this information from? That's what I want to know.
That's between me and the devil.
Okay, so my next tip for dating a Scorpio is make sure you give your Scorpio some alone time. You know what I mean? They really need that. And also know that it's going to take a while for them to open up, even though they're asking you to open up beforehand. Okay? It's gonna happen. They're going to put you through a lot of tests. They want to test your loyalty. You know what I mean? You're not aware of these tests, but be prepared.
Should never be aware.
Because they're putting you through them. Okay, but being vulnerable, I feel like, is hard for a Scorpio, like we were just talking about. And they won't open up to just anyone. And I feel like, though, that's what is part of what makes their love so special, is because it's not for everyone. You have to work for that love. You know, kind of like a cat. You gotta work for that love.
Right.
I love cats, so that's why I made that
Right.
analogy.
Right.
But I feel like patience is key in this because, yeah, I feel like they want you to open up necessarily before they will, and hopefully you have that bond where you feel comfortable doing that, but know when they feel comfortable with you, they will. So just be patient and give them the space and time, because like I said, they do want to be alone sometimes, and don't push them too hard.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Because that's gonna work in the negative, in the negative effects for you, I feel like.
Hell yeah. I swear, you, that's like interested in the Scorpio right now, I know you're watching. Stop asking them questions, all right? Like, stop it. Like, actually, I know, and like probably all the other signs, maybe not Taurus. Taurus doesn't like being asked too many questions either. But us Scorpios, for sure, like, don't think that you asking us questions is showing us that you're interested in us. It really irritates my entire soul.
Really work
and I know it does for other people too, other Scorpios too. Like, what, are you an FBI agent? Like, why are you all of a sudden in my business? And like, I get it. Like, I take myself
to know you.
I know. I'm smart. So I try to put myself in other people's shoes and be like, why are these is like doing this? And I know why y'all are doing it, because you're like, I'm interested. Like, you're amazing. Like, I want to know more about you. But to us, I'm letting you know, to us, it comes off very aggressive, and I don't know you. Like, the questions you're asking me, like, it took years for the people in my life to know you. So like, what makes you so special? Why should I share this with you? Like, I don't fucking know you. Like, you know what I mean? So what Maya said is true. You will probably open up a little bit sooner than they will, but it's all about trusting your connection. Like, if you have that connection with a Scorpio, and you'll actually, maybe everyone feels like they have a connection with us.
They do. But either way, you're gonna learn something. So just open up.
Just open up.
It may fuck up your life, but you're gonna learn something.
Well, don't let it. You'll have the best,
the best time ever.
until it's not fun anymore.
It's fun until
It
it's
was
not
good
fun
until
anymore.
it wasn't good. Okay?
Right.
No, it'll be
got
good.
really bad.
Just be honest. Just be honest. If it's meant to be, it will be. And don't ask too many questions, because it will literally make us run the opposite way.
They'll open up when they are ready to open up.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Genuinely.
And
you know?
honestly, don't be weird when we finally start opening up, because I've also had instances where I never talked about my stuff, and I finally did, and someone would be like, oh my god, are you like telling me stuff right now? And that literally, I'm like,
like, now I just made it fucking weird. Like, no, never tell me shit again.
Bye.
Yeah, don't be weird about it.
Don't be weird about it. Like,
come on. Like, everybody
chill.
knows it took them a while.
Yeah.
You don't need to, like, give them a fucking balloon.
right. Ew. I actually hate being the center of attention when I'm like actually sharing something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't be weird
for
about
sure.
it. Don't be weird about it.
Right.
Okay, so for my last point as to how you should date a Scorpio and tips to thrive, you know, in that beginning stage, or in all stages really, would be to have secret spots. Take us to secret spots. Everybody knows that we love secrets, you know what I mean? And I feel like we want our lovers to make secret memories with us. I feel like it makes us feel so special when that happens. And I feel like it just makes the situation more special when there's a general tone of secrecy between us and our loved ones. I know that sounds so weird, but you're hearing this from a Scorpio stellium. I'm telling you, we love secrets. And you know, contrary to popular belief, secrets do make friends. In Scorpio's mind, at least. You know what I mean? So
when they're involved.
Exactly. Ew.
They need to be involved. It's not fun if they're not involved. Remember, refer back to the first book. Be an open book.
Exactly. See, I know like we're contradicting a lot in this video, but it's Scorpios. We're very complex. So yeah, I feel like just have secret spots, have like secret dates, take them to like places that you've never taken anyone else before. Like we love these kind of moments with our loved ones because then we can talk about it in secret, right? Together.
It's like just for us.
Yes.
I feel like, oh my gosh.
It's that possessive thing where it's like, you better not freaking take anyone else.
Right.
Like, oh my God. If you're gonna make us feel special, like don't ever take no bitch there for the rest of your fucking life. Even if it's, even if you're an ex. We're gonna find you and we're gonna kill you.
This disrespectful. Oh my gosh, okay, I went to a Scorpio's wedding recently and they were so cute because it was like at the, you know, altar or whatever. And like right after they gave their vows, they were like, okay, it's now time for you to kiss. And instead of kissing right away, they did this like handshake and we were all like,
damn.
What the fuck, y'all have a handshake? How long y'all have that handshake? So that reminded me of this. Like, I feel like it's the little things that you can share just between you. Like, is what the Scorpio like loves. Like they want that
100%.
Intimate one-to-one. It's just me and you. It's like us against the world. Like I feel like they really vibe with that.
We just, a lot of people hate secrets, but like to us it really just makes the situation feel so much more special. And that's why we like to like hold on to information. Like not everything is for everyone. And like another thing that we hate is when people share our news, you know what I mean? Based on like what we have, you know what I mean? Like that shit annoys the fuck out of us. So like, just don't do it.
Yeah, it's not your information.
It's not your information to share. And we're keeping on to it for a reason. We get it's exciting for people to like share these exciting news, but like it's not yours to do it. So don't do that either. If you're dating a Scorpio and they tell you something that's exciting, don't tell other people about it. Because we're holding on to it for a reason.
Right. And it's not like they won't tell people. They probably just want to do it in their way. So don't steal that from them. You know what I mean? Don't do that.
Don't do that.
They'll be really upset.
Yeah, we will.
Alright y'all, so I'm going to pose a question that we are going to discuss further in the podcast. And if you don't know that we have a podcast, we got a podcast! Okay? Charmed and Dangerous.
Link
Check
down below.
Out, okay, on all the things. Apple, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, whatever you could think of, we're on it.
They just told us that they need us on all the platforms and we were like, okay,
we're like, stop,
we'll be there.
So the question for the pod that we're gonna get into on the pod is, what advice would you give to a Scorpio who's struggling to trust or open up to their partner?
Okay. A Scorpio that's struggling to open up to their partner. The Scorpio has some thoughts.
Yes. So if you want to hear the answers, listen to the podcast. Okay? Okay, y'all. So we're gonna link our socials around here. We post every Monday and Thursday on our YouTube, and our podcast comes out every Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, we hope you have a great rest of your week.
Happy Scorpio season!
Happy Scorpio season! Bye! Bye!